Japan for this episode of Living in a Contactless World Going Mobile. My name's Karen Kubran and I'll be your host for this episode. We've heard a lot about the Japanese being phone crazy, so here I am in Tokyo to see if it's really true. Are the Japanese a mobile integrated society, and how do they use their phones in everyday situations?
Keitai Denwa literally means mobile phone, but most people simply refer to it as Keitai, mobile. Most of the Japanese population own their own mobile, the majority of which are equipped with enhancements such as video and camera capabilities. This pervasiveness and the particularities of their usage lead to the development of a mobile phone culture, or Keitai culture. And a new range of Keitai functions is making life more convenient than ever. So how has the Keitai evolved to what it has become today? Some have pointed to 1999 as the year that Keitai really took off, with iMode services in Japan. With iMode, for the first time, a Keitai could connect to the internet. By June 2006, there were 46.7 million iMode subscribers in Japan. As the IT infrastructure developed, new markets emerged. Today, more users access the internet using a Keitai or PDA than a computer.
Almost all young Japanese say Keitai has changed their lifestyles, with nearly 1/3 of them spending more than 3 hours a day on their mobiles. Of Japanese aged 20 to 40, some 16% say they spend 3 to 5 hours a day on their mobiles. 9% use their phones from 5 to 10 hours, and 4% spend even more, with 10 hours a day.
The recent survey by technical solutions provider NetPro IT Co Limited found that mobile usage has gone up from even a year ago, when 1 in 4 young Japanese said they spent more than 3 hours on their phones. For 40%, online shopping was the most popular service, followed by 38% who most enjoyed downloading music. And what about Keitai manners? Well, talking on a mobile while riding on a bus or train is frowned upon, and messages asking passengers not to make calls and to switch their phones to silent mode, mana mode in Japanese, are played frequently. This, combined with the low per message price, the ability to enhance messages with special characters, emoticons, pictures and small animations, and even writing in Japanese or English, has made text messaging extremely popular among people of all ages. Many people send and receive a large number of text messages daily. Teenagers are especially fond of this simple, fast and private method of communication, and many schools have banned the use of cell phones on campus. The Japanese mobiles use an email-based system and not SMS as used in most other countries.
Japan is certainly a leading country when it comes to mobile phone technology. And in fact, a lot of the phones come out earlier in Japan than anywhere else in the world. And while the rest of us are certainly catching up, Japan does have some applications that are ahead. Certain capabilities are
e-money service and various certification functions through untouched IC card, Felica. Various services with NTT Docomo's Osaifu Keitai. Functions like Suica, which can be used for season tickets and train tickets. C-mode, vending machines which can be used with QR code and Osaifu Keitai of a mobile phone. Crime prevention buzzer with an automatic report system to the police. A fingerprint face certification system for the protection of personal data.
So, what do the Japanese people really think about their Keitai?
So I think the Keitai mobile phone is part of my life. I can't live without it.
I like Keitai.
I love my Keitai.
Keitai function is great.
I like Keitai.
In recent years, some cell phones even have the capability of being used as debit or credit cards, and can be swiped through most checkout lines to buy everything from mascara to jet planes, as more and more companies offer catalogues for cell phones. In Japan, a mobile phone with wallet function is called a Osaifu Keitai. It's this function that's helping to popularise electronic money. The phone, through the chip inside, is charged with money, and then to pay for goods at vending machines or in stores, you simply wave your phone over a dedicated reader-writer. By May 2006, more than 13 million Saifu Keitai handsets were being used in Japan. This method of payment is being made available on more and more retail outlets and for a growing range of services. Japan's market for small sum payments is said to be worth 57 trillion yen, about 500 billion US dollars. However, cash is still the overwhelmingly preferred method of payment. But increasingly, electronic money is being used for small sum payments.
Some of the new phones here, you can watch movies, television. In fact, you can also access the internet through iMode. Japan was the first country to launch 3G. And you can also have text-only internet sites to make it easier for the mobile phone user. So really, you can't call it mobile web at all, it's far more advanced than that.
One of the most popular services allows users to check train schedules and plane trips on public transit. Service providers are changing the whole role of the Keitai in Japan. In some airports, you can use your Keitai as a boarding pass. A service has also been introduced to use your Keitai as a train ticket. It's an extremely versatile tool used for an amazing variety of purposes. There's a popular trend in Japan to use the mobile phone handset to read information from special barcodes. The current technology is based on something called QR codes, which are a form of 2D barcode that's written out in a square shape, rather than a bar shape. The phone handset can scan the barcode using its camera or other input, decodes the information, and then takes actions based on the type of content. The most popular usage of these QR codes is in advertising. All over Japan there are posters with the codes on, and they're found extensively in magazines, and even on some people's business cards. The QR code usually has links to a website address that the phone can visit, or it might contain address and telephone numbers. And because everyone has so much information stored on their mobile, you really don't want to lose it and have someone else getting access. Many handset manufacturers and service providers are therefore pushing forward with handset security features such as fingerprint, voice and face recognition.
So what led to this explosion of mobile technology and usage? Well, call it a perfect mix of social, cultural and technological factors. It's a gadget and fad-obsessed society. And with the majority of the population living in or around large metropolitan areas, these people need to be entertained or be productive on their way to work. Also, the innovative carriers involved, like NTT Docomo, with their world-leading iMode services, the application developers, the handset manufacturers, and even the marketeers. The carriers have done an amazing job at bringing together all the major players in the value chain. The application developers, the handset manufacturers, the technology providers and the chip manufacturers, all working as one, so that when the services come out, they're well received, easily adopted, and most importantly, have an integrated marketing and advertising campaign. Are we going to see this in the UK? Well, watch the next episode of Living in a Contactless World Going Mobile to find out. This has been Karen Kubran reporting for Contactless Intelligence in Tokyo, Japan. Sayonara.